from NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. It's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Houston Texans taking on the New York Jets.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week. 2 touchdown
passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his first look is incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now he dumps this off over the middle. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone. This time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 8 catches, 84 yards, and a touchdown.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Back to throw again. And his throw here is incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Out of the gun now on third down. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
That man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So here are the Jets now backed up to start their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball. Run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
A gain of 3, second down. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be fourth down. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses show. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. The throw over the middle taken in. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Bilal Nichols breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Samuel bringing in the slant. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
I'm so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working, and they expect more.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. Extra yards here for his trouble of bringing him out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Houston set to take over. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball,
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, what a move. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. And you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on third downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. This a 43-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Now comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, It could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 43. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Texans have retaken the lead. And that makes it 14-10. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the result, a Houston touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. We'll check on his status when we get back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. The former ASU Sun Devil, Eno Benjamin with it. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. This is caught, and he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Jets have once again taken the lead. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they can't corral him. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And here comes the Texans now. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up and down the field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby. If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. A 40-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Jets now to take over. They're looking to bounce back following the loss to Miami a week ago, and they've got the lead right now as they come up with a 1st and 10. On the run is Benjamin. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On the ground, Benjamin. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Looking to throw. Connection made with Chenault. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. They run it with Benjamin. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
A very solid gain of 27.
What a waste of time.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Good call to hand that one off. And his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly. And on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play. And guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Point after here coming up. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And now out comes Houston. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Oh, some strong running. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And he takes us up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Well, the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On 3rd down, it's Lamb, and he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the 1st. Now the Texans will burn the 1st of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And this will be blown dead right around the 25-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Shoves him aside. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they'll search for that patience here now. Laviska Shenault, the intended target. And now it's second down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back to throw now on first down. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He's going to go up top again. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12. The Texans send the punter out, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great. That's where you're going.
Yeah, protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. And this one's incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. New York ready to go again offensively. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's 2nd and 8. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And they see right through that defensively. as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Second and 12. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Past the 20. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 5. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run. He was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And there was so much that was impressive about this play, but it wasn't just what he did downfield. How about what he did behind the line of scrimmage? This wasn't a play where he just had a direct path to get him downfield and make the big play. He had to adjust on the fly behind the line of scrimmage, and in the end, that became a tremendous run.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. Second and goal from the 1. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. 3 yards the gain there, second down. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag.
What is this?
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Tucker. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Right back to him on 1st down. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Four yards remain for 2nd down. That is caught at the 7. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage. And that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They'll set up to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And they decided to go with the safety blitz there. And look, if that gets picked up, quarterback really has the advantage then because he'll have more time to throw the football and some wide open space. But when it doesn't, that's a guy who gets a free run into the backfield. And oftentimes, the QB ends up on his backside as he did there.
It's 2nd and goal back to the 8-yard line now. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
Another play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball. But how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Extra point attempt here still to come. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Houston set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen. despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Man, they gotta let us play. That was the worst call.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more yards there and quickly another 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. He'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Texans cut into that lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets.
It's funny to me because we actually keep a football in the booth with us during games, and I notice you cradling the football. You get it tucked pretty tight with the points of pressure here, and that didn't occur on that play, did it?
Now, you saying I wouldn't have fumbled if I was down there?
You would not have fumbled. You got that thing locked in tight.
I also have really large biceps. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is Benjamin. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion And that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, new set of downs, continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll run on first down. Benjamin had a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. They'll run again with Benjamin. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On third down, Lamb. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. They'll keep it on the ground. Benjamin. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
On first down, Benjamin down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 2nd and 4. They can still get a first down without scoring. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. From 6 yards away. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
Things are rocking easy here in the fourth quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. And he puts it through. So that one, a 13-play drive in total. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, being able to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
They'll look to throw again. Looking middle, and that's complete. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. And his throw is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Back to throw again. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That's good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. From 10 yards out, and the Texans get a bit closer.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
to go for one and kick the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. New York ready to go again offensively. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jets, they did what they needed to do. They split their first two road games of the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. Start your week by installing your game plan.